And so you had asked to explain, how the consciousness of the physical and emotional conscious connect, how they work together. And so so again, there's three parts of us. There is the physical conscious of how the body listens, responds, what it's telling us to do, what it needs from us continually. And we have to pay attention to that consciousness. And then there's the heart consciousness, which is the emotional reaction, what we feel in the heart space, as a lot of people would reference it. And then we have our spirit self, which is infinitely untethered, no time and space relative to it. It's simply in this vessel of emotional and physical consciousness, and everywhere else simultaneously. But when we connect in this dimension, the body feels, every cell of your body, which is your body's consciousness, is feeling, okay? And so even in the extrasensory department, we're feeling things within our dimension, and we're also physically feeling things outside of our dimension. And since the mind, the brain, is a part of the physical consciousness, the thoughts that we have evoke chemical reactions of the body conscious, the hormone release. And depending on how healthy we are, how balanced we are, how secure we feel, how much support we feel, our body is going to trigger different chemicals that force emotional reaction, emotional acceptance or denial, okay? And so the emotional consciousness has to accept what the body is giving it. When those chemicals are released from the physical body, this is why the physical body is so important, and why we need to listen to the physical body so much, is because most of us have placed a lot of our pain, a lot of our strength, a lot of our goals in life on the emotional conscious, or on the spiritual conscious even. Pray to God, connect to the infinite selves, only connect to the highest self to get the truth. When really it's the physical conscious that witnesses first. It's our binoculars to see what's far away or close up. It's our availability to connect. And that is what feeds the emotional conscious, and how then we respond from the heart. And so, for example, if somebody does something mean to you, a lot of us will say, oh, that hurt my heart. Why would you do that? But it's really the body that got hurt first, because the body took on that thought, took on that process physically, and then released a chemical reaction that then your heart said, oh, I don't like that. That hurts. I don't like that. And so it is the physical consciousness with the mind's thoughts, because those thoughts are being processed in the physical body. Okay, they're not always coming from somewhere else. But when they are coming from somewhere else, they're coming through the pineal gland, specifically one single gland. And that is to allow us to connect to things outside of this dimension. That also then evokes a physical reaction first, that release of chemistry that then we feel in the heart conscious. Oh, that makes me sad when I think about that, right? We don't say, a lot of us will say it backwards sometimes, but it is, the thought made me feel this way. The action that I witnessed, maybe somebody hurt me by punching me or abusing me. Well, we feel it in the body first. The chemical reaction the body releases because of that is in what we feel in the emotional conscious, okay? And so a lot of us will numb ourselves. We'll do things like drugs and abusive things to ourselves, deny the truth, for example. A lot of us will deny the truth of our being because we think by denying that truth that we're not going to feel as bad. But the truth is in every cell of your body. That's why we can't deny it, because if we're lying to ourselves, we're masking the pain. We're not healing it. And it's still there, waiting to erupt, okay, like a volcano. So we have to face the truth. We have to connect in the truth, and we have to accept it as it is coming to us, as the lesson, as the opportunity. Even with the thoughts that come through our mind, is he going to hurt me? Is she going to cheat on me? Can I trust them? Feel it with your body first, and then that will help your heart decide, okay? And so we always want to feel with the physical being first, and the physical consciousness, which is why I teach that so much, that we have to connect in the physical first. or we're not fully accepting and witnessing the truth. If we're just trying to rely on the heart conscious, or just trying to rely on our spirit conscious even, it's not going to give us the absolute that we need to make clear decisions and to know how to evolve in healing and accepting everything that we are, so that we can be the most for ourselves and everyone else in our existence. Does that make sense?
Makes sense. I need to listen to the recording after this.
Good. Well, good. Yeah. And I'll send that to you.
This is way more advanced than what I learned so far.
Oh, good.
This
Well,
is in a new
I'm happy you
category.
feel that way.
Like what I learned is by changing your life, you need to change the way you think. And changing your thought will change your emotion, change your action. So you need to deliberately choose how you want to see the world and what thought to pick. But now this involves in spirituality. So if I learn this way, things will change way faster than me trying to change the thought.
And that's pretty much what I witness when in the work that I do. And believe me, it's taken me this lifetime to be able to see more clearly in tens of thousands of clients, to be able to interject and teach in this method, because that's what I witness day in and day out. A lot of people, other gurus, teachers, healers that are magnificent people, beautiful, amazing beings, will get stuck on this their whole life. I know, some of my greatest teachers and mentors will still be faced with the traumas of their lineage and think that they can just kind of sidestep it because they're giving all of that truth to their heart. They're believing that with their heart they can cut it out or they can embrace it, but they're not looking at the fact that you can't ignore it. You can't just push it away. You have to embrace it physically in order to embrace it emotionally. You can't deny it. It's a part of our physical being. Okay.
Right.
And so, yes, well, I'm glad you understand that, and obviously I'll send you that recording. Okay.
Yay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.